Hello students, in the previous class we have discussed about introduction to phenols and the synthesis of phenols, and coming to the properties, we have discussed the acidity of phenols. The phenols are more acidic than alcohols. The acidity of phenols can be explained by the stability of this phenoxide ion. Phenol, it loses proton to form phenoxide ion, and the phenoxide ion is stabilized by resonance structures, while in case of alcohols there are no resonance stabilized structures. Hence phenoxide is more stable. Hence phenols are more acidic than alcohols. And also phenols, they are weak acids than carboxylic acids. Carboxylic acids, they lose proton to form carboxylate ion, and the carboxylate ion is stabilized by resonance structures. Of course, phenoxide also stabilized by resonance structures, but when we observe the resonance structures of phenoxide and carboxylate, the carboxylate ion resonance structures are equivalent. That means carboxylate ion is having equivalent resonance structures, while in case of phenoxide ion there are no equivalent resonance structures. Hence carboxylate ion is more stable, and the carboxylic acids are more acidic than phenols. Hence the acidity of phenols are stronger acids than alcohols and weaker acids than carboxylic acids. This is about the acidity of phenols. And the acidity of phenols, it is affected by the nature of substituents present on the aromatic ring. That means depending upon the nature of the substituent present on the aromatic ring, the acidity will be affected. If electron withdrawing groups are there on aromatic ring, they disperse the charge present on the phenoxide ion. So the electron withdrawing group stabilizes the phenoxide ion. Hence they increase the acidity of phenol. That is, when an electron withdrawing group present on ortho and para positions of phenol, the acidity of phenol increases. If electron donating group is there, it increases the charge density, or it intensifies the charge of the phenoxide ion, which leads to unstable. So electron donating groups, as they intensify the charge, they destabilizes the phenoxide ion, so they decrease the acidity of phenol. That means when electron donating groups are there, the acidity of phenol decreases, while when electron accepting or withdrawing groups are there, the acidity of phenol increases. we have studied about this. And coming to the reactions of phenol, see here, this is the structure of phenol. Already we have studied. The OH group is attached to the carbon of aromatic ring. And coming to the reactions of phenol, in this class we are going to discuss the chemical reactions of phenols. See here, we know that the phenols, these are weaker acids. They are acidic in nature. That means they react with bases. Already we have studied that phenols are weak acids. That means they react with strong base. They dissolve in 5% NaOH. They react with this base and forms this sodium phenoxide. While this phenol, it doesn't react with sodium bicarbonate. That means it doesn't dissolve in this sodium bicarbonate, because this phenol is weaker acid than carbonic acid. They do not react with this sodium bicarbonate, or this phenol reacts with sodium hydroxide for the formation of sodium phenoxide. This phenol dissolves in 5% NaOH, while phenol it doesn't dissolve in 5% sodium bicarbonate solution. And next, coming to the reactions of phenols. Phenols are very reactive towards electrophilic aromatic substituents, electrophilic substitution reactions. We know that benzene undergoes electrophilic substitution reactions, as it is having aromatic nature and high electron density. 6 pi electrons are there. Due to high electron density, it undergoes substitution reaction only. It doesn't undergoes addition reactions. It undergoes substitution reactions, while moreover it undergoes electrophilic substitution reactions. That means benzene undergoes electrophilic substitution reactions. And we also studied that benzene undergoes different types of electrophilic substitution reactions like halogenation, nitration, sulfonation, Friedel-Crafts alkylation, Friedel-Crafts acylation. All reactions, that means these electrophilic substitution reactions. And when we compare the phenol and benzene, that means when we compare to benzene, one OH group is extra on phenol. As this OH group, it activates the benzene ring towards electrophilic substitution. That means phenols are highly reactive towards electrophilic. That is, phenols are highly reactive towards electrophilic substitutions than benzene. This OH group is strongly activating ortho-para directing group. See, if you observe this resonance structures of phenol, see here, phenol undergoes, that means these are the resonance structures of phenol. In this, if you observe, see here, this is the structure of phenol, and this electron pair here goes here. This electron pair goes here, and this double bond goes to this carbon. That means due to donation, oxygen gets positive charge, and this single bond becomes double bond, and here we get negative charge. And see here in the next step, this is one resonance structure, and in the next step this negative charge comes here, and this double bond goes to this carbon. Then what happens, this minus charge disappears, and here double bond comes in the place of single bond, and here this double bond becomes single bond, and here minus charge arises here at para position. And one more rearrangement, see here, next this minus charge to this bond, and this double bond to this carbon. Hence here minus charge disappears here, and here double bond comes. Here the double bond becomes single bond, and we get minus charge here. That means if you observe the resonance structures of phenol, there is negative charge at ortho para positions, that is 2, 4, 6 positions, negative charge arised. It means the electron density is more at ortho and para positions. That is, electron density is more means the coming electrophile, it readily attacks at these ortho and para positions. So phenol, it easily undergoes electrophilic substitution reactions. Hence the reactivity of phenol is more than benzene in case of electrophilic substitution reactions. And the OH group in phenol, it activates the ortho and para positions. It activates the ortho and para positions. Hence the OH group is strongly activating ortho para directing group. Hence phenol readily undergoes electrophilic substitution reactions than benzene. Let us see some reactions of phenol. See here, this is the general equation for the electrophilic substitution reaction. See here, when an electrophile, that means in the electrophilic substitution reaction, the electrophile, it has the a chance to attack at ortho and para positions, because this OH group activates the ortho and para positions. Hence there is possibility of attacking of electrophile at ortho and at para positions. Hence there is a possibility of formation of two types of products. One is ortho and para. It means ortho product and para products are possible. And see here, this is the general equation for this electrophilic substitution reactions of phenol. And here, this is the first reaction. This is the nitration reaction. In nitration reaction, the nitro group and O2 plus is the electrophile here. In electrophilic substitution, what happens? The electrophile, it substitutes the hydrogen on the aromatic ring. That is called as electrophilic substitution reaction. In nitration reaction, that NO2 substitutes the hydrogen of the ring, and generally this nitration occurs by the reaction with nitric acid, HNO3. And in case of phenol, phenol is it is highly reactive towards nitric acid. Hence, with the reaction with dilute HNO3, that means with the reaction with dilute HNO3, phenol gives ortho and para product. See here, with dilute HNO3, this NO2 groups attacks at ortho position, and we get here ortho product, orthonitrophenol. And here this is the nitro group is at para position, that is possibility of attacking of nitro group at ortho and para positions. Hence there is a possibility of two products, that is ortho product and para product. That is, this is the reaction with dilute HNO3. And if the reaction is with concentrated HNO3, the reaction is different. See here, if the phenol reacts with concentrated HNO3, here in this case this is with concentrated HNO3, then the reaction is vigorous, and here the possibility of formation of trinitrophenol, because the attacking of that means the electrophile availability is more and phenol is highly reactive. Hence trinitrophenol is formed here. This is trinitrophenol, or 2,4,6 trinitrophenol. This is the nitration reaction. That means in nitration reaction with dilute nitric acid, phenol forms orthonitrophenol and paranitrophenol, that is ortho product and para products. While if the reaction is with concentrated HNO3 or concentrated nitric acid, trinitrophenol is formed. This is about the nitration of phenols. And coming to the next reaction, see here, this is halogenation reaction. Halogenation reaction, in this phenol reacts with halogen. This is the halogenation of phenol. This is the halogenation reaction. Halogenation reaction of phenol depends upon the solvent. Depending upon the solvent, it forms different products. See here, when phenol reacts with bromine in non-polar solvents like carbon disulfide, or dichloromethane. That means if non-polar solvents are used, then mono substituted products are formed. That means if halogenation is carried out in non-polar solvents, then mono substituted products are formed. See here in this reaction, phenol, it is reacted with bromine with this carbon disulfide, CS2. With this carbon disulfide, it is a non-polar solvent, and in this presence of this non-polar solvent, the halogenation done only at one position, that is mono substituted products are formed. See here, the first one is ortho product as the bromine attacks at ortho position and it substitutes the hydrogen at ortho position. And the second one is para substituted product. That means bromine attacks at para position of the ring. That means in non-polar solvents, the halogenation is carried out to form ortho and para substituted products. If the solvent is polar solvent, like if water is used, bromine in water, the halogenation is done in what, that is bromine in water if used, it is a vigorous reaction and it forms tribromophenol. See here, the reaction depends upon the solvent. This phenol, if it reacts with this bromine in water, it forms tri-substituted product. That means it is a vigorous reaction and the bromine attacks at the second, fourth and sixth positions, and for the formation of it forms tribromophenol. It is also called as 2, 4, 6 tribromophenol. This is the halogenation of phenol. Halogenation of phenol, it depends upon the solvent. If phenol reacts with bromine in non-polar solvents like carbon disulfide, it forms monosubstituted product, that is ortho and para substituted products are formed. If the reaction is carried out, if the bromination is carried out in polar solvent, that is if the phenol reacts with bromine in water, it forms a tri-substituted product, that is 2, 4, 6 tribromophenol is formed. This is about halogenation. And next, see here, sulfonation. The sulfonation is carried out with concentrated sulfuric acid. It forms ortho and para substituted products. The formation of ortho and para substituted products depends upon the temperature. If sulfonation is carried out at low temperatures, then the sulfonation takes place at ortho position. If the sulfonation is carried out at high temperatures, then para substituted product is formed. That is, the sulfonation depends upon the temperature. See here, this phenol, if the reaction, that means it reacts with concentrated H2SO4, if the reaction is carried out at low temperatures like 20 degrees centigrade, it forms this ortho product. That means orthohydroxy benzene sulfonic acid is formed. That is, ortho product is formed. If that is the reaction with concentrated sulfuric acid, if the reaction is carried out at high temperatures like 100 degrees centigrade, it forms para substituted product. That is, para hydroxy benzene sulfonic acid is formed. That is para substituted product. That means sulfonation of phenol, the products formation depends upon the temperature. At low temperatures the ortho product is formed, and at high temperature para products are formed. This is about the sulfonation of phenol. And next, see here, this is alkylation. The next is alkylation reaction. When phenol it reacts with alkyl halide in the presence of anhydrous AlCl3, the alkylation takes place at ortho position and para position. It means the alkyl groups attacks at ortho position and para position. It forms the two products. Here, see here, this is the reaction. Phenol it reacts with this alkyl halide, here methyl chloride, and in the presence of this anhydrous aluminum chloride, trichloride, it forms, see here, these two products. And we know that the methyl substituted phenols are called as crisols, and the first one is p-crisol, and the second one is o-crisol. That is mixture of products, ortho product and para products are formed. This is about alkylation. That means alkylation is carried out in the presence of anhydrous AlCl3. This Friedel-Crafts alkylation. Same reaction, that means similar reaction like benzene. Benzene also it undergoes this Friedel-Crafts alkylation reaction. That is benzene reacts with alkyl halide in the presence of anhydrous AlCl3. It forms toluene. But here the phenol is there. Already one substituent, one group is there, OH. Hence there is a formation of two products, ortho and para products here. That is crisols are formed here in this reaction. Next here acylation. See here, acylation means the acyl group is it is attached to aromatic ring. That means acyl group substitutes the hydrogen of the aromatic ring. This is Friedel-Crafts acylation, similar with benzene, but here mixture of products are formed here. And here in this reaction, see here, when this phenol reacts with acid chlorides, phenol reacts with acid chlorides in the presence of anhydrous AlCl3. In the presence of anhydrous AlCl3, it forms ortho and para substituted products. Ortho and para substituted products. This is phenol. It reacts with acetyl chloride here, CH3COCl. This acetyl chloride here in the presence of anhydrous AlCl3, and it forms ortho and para substituted products. And if you observe here, see here, in this acylation reaction, the acylation it may takes place at two positions. One is on carbon atom, another one is on oxygen atom. That means acylation is possible at on oxygen atom as well as on carbon atom. That is O acylation and C acylations possible in acylation reaction. Here if C acylation takes place, then it forms these products. If O acylation takes place, it forms O acetyl product. But if O acylation is possible, then the formed O acyl product undergoes rearrangement. Again it forms these products only. That means if O acylation takes place, it undergoes, in the presence of AlCl3, it again undergoes rearrangement for the formation of this these products. And see here, that means on acylation reaction we get ortho and para mixture of products. The acylation may takes place at carbon and oxygen. If the acylation takes place on oxygen, it again it undergoes rearrangement and it forms the C acylated product, carbon acylated product, and the mixture of two products are formed here, this product and this product. And next reaction, see here, reaction with alkyl halides. With reaction with alkyl halides, this phenol, it forms ethers. With alkyl halides it forms ether. This reaction is carried out in the presence of bases like sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide. It forms ether. In this reaction, this phenol, in the presence of this base, we know that this is a strong base, sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide. As the phenols or acids, they react with this base and forms sodium phenoxide, and this sodium phenoxide with alkyl halide, it reacts with alkyl halide for the formation of this ether product. That means this phenol, that is, reacts with ORX in the presence of base, it forms this ether product. Here one example given here, phenol, if it reacts with ethyl iodide, that is alkyl halide here, ethyl iodide, in the presence of aqueous NaOH, it forms this ether, ethyl phenyl ether, phenyl ethyl ether is formed. That means reaction with alkyl halides, phenol forms ether molecules. Phenol forms ether molecules. And here the next reaction, that is Riemann-Tiemann reaction. See here, Nemer reaction. In this this phenol, it reacts with chloroform in the presence of NaOH, basic conditions, heating. O formylation takes place in this reaction. That is, formylation takes place at ortho position. Formylation takes place at ortho position. That is, we get the product is orthohydroxybenzaldehyde. We know that the common name of this compound is salicylaldehyde. Already we have studied about this. This is called as salicylaldehyde. See here, this is phenol. When it reacts with chloroform in the presence of base at around 70 degrees centigrades. It forms, that is, formylation takes place at ortho position, and it forms orthohydroxybenzaldehyde. This is orthohydroxybenzaldehyde, and the common name of orthohydroxybenzaldehyde is called as salicylaldehyde. The common name of orthohydroxybenzaldehyde is salicylaldehyde. This is Riemann-Tiemann reaction. That means phenol reacts with chloroform in the presence of sodium hydroxide at 70 degrees centigrade around, that means heating. It forms salicylaldehyde. This is Riemann-Tiemann reactions. Let us see the mechanism of Riemann-Tiemann reaction. See here, this is the mechanism. First of all, in basic condition, see here, this is, we are using base, and in basic condition, this is chloroform CHCl3. The base, it takes H plus, that means with the loss of water molecule we get the CCl3 minus. We get CCl3 minus, and from the CCl3 minus, with the loss of Cl, with the loss of Cl minus, it forms CCl2. This is dichlorocarbene. We get dichlorocarbene. This is the electrophile here, dichlorocarbene. That means reaction with this, in basic condition, this chloroform is converted into dichlorocarbene, which is electrophile here. And we know that in the presence of basic condition, the phenol, it forms easily it is available in the form of phenoxide ion. And see here, this minus charge shifts here, and if the double bond here shifting to this carbon, then what we get here, the oxygen negative charge disappears and we get double bond here. And here, this, as this double bond here goes here, and we get bond between the aromatic ring and carbon of CCl2 group. And in the next step, rearrangement takes place. See here, this single bond comes here, and this double bond goes to oxygen, and this hydrogen comes here. This here minus charge disappeared, and this single bond shifts here and double bond shifts here. We get minus charge on oxygen, and moreover, see here, this hydrogen goes here. We get CHCl2. That means, see here, once again I will explain. This is phenoxide ion. This here, shifting of this electron pair here, and this bond formation between this carbon and this carbon, and we get here double bond. Here this double bond becomes single bond, and here new bond is formed between the carbon of benzene and carbon of CCl2, and we get minus charge here. And next, see here, some rearrangement takes place here. The shifting of single bond to here, we get double bond here, and the shifting of double bond here, we get single bond here, again we get negative charge, and the hydrogen goes to this carbon, that is carbon ion C minus, and we get CHCl2. And in the next step, see here, this is with in the presence of OH minus, see here, the chlorines are substituted with OH group, and it undergoes some rearrangement, and it forms here this CHO group, and with H plus this phenoxide ion is converted into phenol and for the formation of salicylaldehyde. I think you have understood this. See here, first in the presence of basic conditions, this chloroform it forms it converted into dichlorocarbon, which is electrophile here. With this phenoxide ion, this dichlorocarbon, see here, this reaction, this shifting here, and this bond formed between the carbon of aromatic ring and between the carbon of CCl2. Here this new bond is formed. Here we get negative charge, and in the next step, see here this shifting of this bond here, and the hydrogen goes here, and here we get again O minus, because the shifting of double bond here we get O minus, and this hydrogen goes to this carbon and we get CHCl2. And in the next step, see here in the presence of basic condition, the chlorine is substituted with OH group, and it undergoes some rearrangement. That means with the loss of HCl, see here this bond goes here and this Cl is removed as Cl minus, hence we get here CHO aldehyde group. That means formulation takes place at orthocarbon for the formation of salicylaldehyde. This is about Riemann-Tiemann reaction. I think you have understood about this. With this I conclude this session today, and tomorrow we will discuss about some more reactions of phenol. And today we have discussed about the reactions of phenol, that means some reactions. Phenol readily undergoes electrophilic substitution reactions, and phenol readily undergoes electrophilic substitution reactions. And we have studied here nitration, sulfonation, halogenation, alkylation reaction and acylation reaction, and we have studied also Riemann-Tiemann reaction also here. And in the next class we will discuss some more reactions of phenol. Thank you.